welcome back to the Kedron Equestrian YouTube channel. My name's Zoe and I am a trainer, competitor and coach based in Sydney, Australia. Today I thought I would give you a few tips for first time show grooms. I know when I groomed at a show for the very first time, I was very overwhelmed. I didn't know what I was doing really. And yeah, I had a truck full of horses and really not even sure what my job was. Little 19-year-old me. So I thought I would make a video for all of those grooms who may not have been a show groom before, or even if you have done a couple of shows and you just found it didn't run awfully smoothly. I will give you just a few tips. So number one is to get organized, whether you're just working out of a truck or if you're actually at an overnight or like a few night show and you've got a tack room. You need to get your shit together. You need to know where everything is. You need to make sure you've got everything. Ideally you would have packed the truck or the float yourself, so that you solely like responsible for everything that's gone into that truck. You know where it is, you know what is in there, and that's going to put you one step ahead. So if you're rushed before you've got everything out and where you need it to be, you actually know where it's going to be packed away and you can quickly grab it for whatever reason you're in a rush for. Alright, so number two is time management. So this is really, really important. You need to know how many horses you have, how many classes they're in, what classes they're in. So you can be really on top of your day. If you don't know, you'll be halfway through lunch and someone will be screaming at you that they need their horse tacked up. So you need to write it down if you don't have it hung up in the stable or something so everyone can see. Have it on your phone, just somewhere. You need to know, have down a rough time when you want to be tacking up horses, when you think the rider needs to be on, and that will make a world of difference for you if you can have that kind of rough schedule. Obviously things will change. It's a horse show, so times will run longer, but that again that falls on you. You need to know what your classes are doing to make sure you can be prepared for when you need to get horses tacked up. So number three, if you are at an away show, I would suggest mucking out as frequently as you can. So you'll have to muck out at a minimum in the morning and the night. But what I like to do is every single time that horse gets taken out of the stable, I will muck out. That way when it's late and I'm tired and I just want the day to be done, there's very little to do. It's just like a skip out each time, and it makes so much difference because you're going to get more and more tired each day as that show goes on, and the thought of doing a full muck out is not going to be very tempting for you. It is not fun times. And number four is stay alert. Like I mentioned before, your classes will run early or late, and it's up to you to stay on top of that. If you're the only show groom there, you're pretty much stable manager, show groom, just your riders. If you've got kids that you have to tack up for, even adult riders can just be off with the fairies, talking to people, not 100% on the ball, or you've got your rider warming up their students, and so they won't be concentrating on when their class is because they're doing the other part of their job, which is helping their pupils. So that's where you have to really be on the ball. I like to pick very long breaks between classes to actually stop and have a rest and have lunch, because I find if I pick, even if I've got an hour, it doesn't end up being an hour by the time you've untacked the horse from the last class you've done and have to start tacking up the other one if the classes have moved around. If it's I like to have a nice big break between classes to actually relax. Otherwise, I'm pretty much doing something the whole time. And you'll also have, not only are you mucking out stables, walking horses, feeding horses, tacking up. Did I say walking? I don't know. Walking. You also will have to clean gear. You'll have to keep the tack room tidy. It always looks good if you sweep your hall. So I like to do that morning and night after the 2 major muck outs. I will sweep the breezeway between the stables. It just looks neat and tidy. And yeah, so that's just something else to consider. Like the big muck out at the end of the day, you don't want to have 5 horses worth of gear that you have to clean for the next day, all to do before you go home or go back to the truck or wherever you're staying, and have dinner. It's a drag. So try and keep on top of that. As soon as the horses finish their classes for the day, try and clean their gear if you have time. Obviously you won't always have time, and you will have to do it later that night, or if you're lucky you might have time the next day to give it a wipe over before the horse goes on. But it's all stuff that you should consider, which I didn't consider when I first started show grooming. I wanted to watch a lot. That was a problem that I had. And I still find, seconds, I'll steal a couple of seconds and go and watch some classes. But I will stay close by the stables in case anyone needs me. So I hope those 4 tips help just a little bit to help you get organized for your very first time as a show groom. Once you get the hang of it, it's actually a lot of fun and you will enjoy it, but it can be very stressful. All right, well, please comment, share, and like if you enjoyed that video, and I'll see you for the next one. Bye.